outstanding event. We'll get all the big men. So they went out and they found all the big men. But the biggest man of all is Andre the Giant, and that's who I'm after. And when this battle royal comes to a head, it's going to end up me looking at Andre the Giant, because all the other boys are going to be over the top rope. And then we're going to find out who is the giant of wrestling right in front of 100 million people. That's it, little man. And boys, be ready. It's going to hurt.
All right, Big John Studd, I don't know if that's sour grapes. Perhaps you feel that you should be in the driver's seat and be the #1 contender for the heavyweight championship of the world. Certainly you're not being slighted, however, being in this very prestigious battle royal. Vince, you had mentioned earlier on the king of the battle royals, perhaps one of the premier athletes of all time in professional wrestling. He hails from Grenoble, France, and in my estimation, in all due respect to William Perry and the great ones in the National Football League, here is a gentleman who stands 7'4½", weighing in at 518 pounds, perhaps the biggest professional athlete of all time, our guest, Andre the Giant. Andre, come on in if you would, please. Andre, after hearing from Big John Studd and the likes of Bill Fralick, Jimbo Covert, and a host of others who are going to be in this battle royal, it sounds to me like this is just what the doctor ordered for you. By the way, congratulations returning from an undefeated tour of Australia.
Thank you.
A battle royal with athletes from outside of professional wrestling. Do you have any reservations about that whatsoever?
I just want to know if those football players, they know the rules about the battle royal.
Well, I think Vince said it pretty well earlier on. There are rules of the battle royal. You're eliminated by being thrown over the top rope, but above and beyond that, it usually turns out to be a free-for-all.
Right, and that's the way those guys make the touchdown. That's the way I'm going to make my touchdown, to throw those guys over the rope.
That would be your equation to a touchdown,
right.
Throwing them over the top rope of the battle royal. The only way you can be eliminated.
I'm going to show him who's the real giant.
Hey, what's going on here?
Happen when it ends up me and you again?
What's going on here, gentlemen? Just a second. I don't want to get in the middle of a confrontation like this.
You know, in fact, I'd slam you right here, but I'm going to save it for the battle royal.
You never slammed me before.
I slammed you every time, and I cut your hair. Remember that.
I don't care about my hair, but I slam you and I get you money. I hope you come back with some more money.
You never slam me. I can't be slammed. And all those little boys from the NFL are going to find out I can't be slammed. But they're going to find out I'm going to do a lot of slamming.
Easy, gentlemen,
And then
please.
it's going to be me and you. Remember that.
Save it for WrestleMania, please.
Yeah, we'll see.
We're going to see, and all the people are going to see it. Who's the giant? And how much is the purse for the battle royal? How much money are we going to make for it?
It hasn't been announced yet, but I understand it's going to be enormous.
I hope so, because I'm not going to come in that ring for nothing, and I'm just going to show you who's the giant.
Hey, wait a minute. Hey, just a second, gentlemen.
I don't
please, a little decorum.
I don't go to fight it. I don't go to fight it.
Yeah.
I don't take my time, don't worry. We'll still got 1 month before that match is coming.
Yeah, you be ready for me.
You better remember that. All right?
Gentlemen.
I don't go fight, don't worry.
Please, let's reserve those actions for WrestleMania 2 in the Battle Royal from the suburban Rosemont Horizon in Chicago. Vince, I apologize. I certainly hope we did not disrupt your telecast and press conference back in New York. But let's, on that note, go back to you.
Thank you, Gene. We're going to have...
This is Jim Rose from Channel 7 in Chicago. The question's for Bill Fralick. Are you really serious about Jesse Ventura? And Ventura didn't seem too anxious to try to take on the big kid from the Atlanta Falcons. Can both of you answer that, please?
No. Mr. Fralick will answer that, Jesse. Thank you.
I was perfectly serious about it, and after seeing him in person, I was even more anxious to do something about it.
1 moment from Jesse.
Let me first clarify something for Mr. Fralick. Jesse the Body Ventura has not retired from wrestling. Jesse the Body Ventura has been hired to keep people like McMahon, Okerlund, Monsoon, and the rest of these biased announcers in line. And Fralick, anytime you want to end your football career, you sign on the dotted line with me, and Atlanta will sorely miss you for quite a few years.
All right, well, this is not a one-on-one contest. As we outlined earlier, everyone will be in the Battle Royal, and it's every man for himself in there. Right now, let's we can go back for one more question, perhaps Gene Okerlund in Los Angeles.
All right, on the subject of the Battle Royal, I got a rise out of Big John Studd and Jesse the Body Ventura. mentioned earlier on about being named Sports Broadcaster of the Year by the San Francisco Chronicle as recently as Saturday night, Jesse. I hate to take exception. Hulk Hogan, were you going to add something?
Well, you know, me and Gene, I've been sitting back listening to all the gaga going back and forth, you know. I think everybody kind of knows everybody's place and position in all the different situations. But me and Gene, it's no surprise to anybody. You are a very good friend of mine. And I'd like to clear the records. Jesse the Body Ventura, me and Gene was named the Announcer of the Year at the Slammies in Baltimore.
Thank you, Hulk. I appreciate those comments. It was very kind. And talking about being judged by your peers. Yes, your name?
I'm Dacha Quirk from the Pay-Per-View Update newsletter. A question for Lou Duva in New York, which is my hometown. What do you think of Piper's ability as a boxer?
All right.
Well, like I said at the outset, I've been looking at his tapes. I know what he's all about. I know, and I don't know whether T-Bone knows about it or not, but he has amateur boxing experience. And believe me, if he says he's going to fight the style of Joe Frazier, man, look for an early knockout because, again, Piper will flatten him. That's my style, and I guarantee I can carry that over to Roddy for this here fight.
All right, unfortunately, we're running out of time, so we would ask that as best as possible, I know some of us have to catch planes, but as best as possible, the talents could stand by in the respective individual areas and answer questions. We would greatly appreciate it. And those of you in Chicago, we will be holding a series of press conferences, notwithstanding this opening one across the country, and Chicago will be #1 on the list for the first live press conference after this.